I'm really pleased with our guys' second half effort tonight. It's a difficult deal turning around on such a quick turnaround coming off an emotional road game on Thursday night against a really good Longwood team, and then you turn around and flip the page. As a staff, I think about 3 in the morning, early Friday morning, we kind of started getting our plan together for this one, and it's a really quick turnaround for the coaching staff. It's a really quick turnaround for the players. And it's hard enough if you're just playing an average coach team. I think Presbyterian, for my money, is coached as well or better than anybody in our league. They put you in some really difficult situations, on the offensive end with some of their off-ball actions. They had some really neat counters tonight that they hadn't shown much of going into the game. They had us on our heels in the first half, and then I thought, their defensive pressure, their tenacity, just their handsiness really bothered us. They turned us over. That's most turnovers we've had in a long time. They turned us over and bothered us, sped us up, just made us very uncomfortable with their different types of pressure in the full court and the half court. Credit to them, we were uncomfortable. We were on our heels the entire night, and we were fortunate to get out with a win.
Well, Coach, what was it over the last maybe 10 minutes or so that tipped y'all's way?
To me, Trey Benham made the play where he dove in front of their bench, and then that turns into three points on the other end. Plays like that are just their winning basketball plays. Trey probably should be sitting up here with me as well, because I thought Trey and Bodo tonight, Kamani obviously had the eye-popping numbers and really carried the burden of the offensive the offensive load tonight. But these two guys, I felt like Trey kind of ignited us with that hustle play, and plays like that are just incredibly contagious. I thought that play turned everything. I thought it turned the tide. Then I thought really Bodo down the stretch was just a monster on the glass defensively. Scott is really a good player, and he only had 7 points tonight. And I thought a couple of them were some ticky-tack fouls where I thought Bodo had pretty good position, but he just kind of jumped into him. And I'll watch him on film so we can get those corrected. But I just thought he was a monster defensively. Was the difference. We were plus 21 with him on the floor tonight. And I thought those two guys really willed us to this victory. And like I said, Kamani, it goes without saying, everybody can read the box score, and he was tremendous. He finished around the basket, made a couple free throws, and handled the ball, and just he was really solid.
Just how big were those couple of plays? I mean, like the one that Coach was talking about, I think there was an offensive rebound and a three. Those were just spark energy plays, and they really seemed to propel y'all. I mean, how much were those, or how big were those plays down the stretch toward carrying y'all to the win?
I will start with the play with, like, trade up to the ball. It made me want to chase ball, more rebound.
Yeah.
I think that play gave me more energy to get more rebounds. So I think if Trey didn't dive to the ball, but that play, I would say thanks to Trey, because it gave me keep going. And, yeah.
Now, Coach, how important was Bobby Pettiford tonight?
Yeah, I didn't mention Bobby. Bobby's sick today. Woke up, didn't really want to shoot around this morning because he got some upper respiratory stuff going on, and he soldiered up and made it through. And Bobby did what Bobby does. The biggest difference is we've been really trying to hold his minutes down. He played a few more minutes tonight. Keza didn't have his best stuff. Demar didn't have his best stuff, and I thought, in kind of their absence of scoring, he really picked up, made some baskets. He handled the pressure, and aside from one just kind of bonehead play where we didn't execute very well in the press, he did a really nice job of taking care of the ball and just getting it to the right guy. Even when he didn't get assists, he got the ball to the appropriate person. I thought defensively he was sound. We play a lot of drop coverage in our pick and roll defense with Bodo. It really plays to his strengths, but that puts a lot of pressure on the defensive guards especially guarding Mincy, because he's dynamic. He can get to his left hand and get to those step backs. He can get to his right hand, kind of get all the way downhill or step back. He's really a multi-tooled player out there in those, and those guys are really on an island. And I thought Bobby's effort getting through those screens late was really high level. And the tough thing about these guys is, sometimes teams only have like one or two packages they can go to, and these guys have like 4 or 5 different things that they execute at such a high level. They really kept us on our heels, so we never really got in a defensive groove, I felt like.
Bodo, you battled for a lot of rebounds tonight and finished with 12. How much of an emphasis do you put on rebounding in your game?
Say that again.
Like, how much you finished with 12 rebounds tonight? How big is rebounding for you?
For me, it's like now I feel like every miss I have to take it. Like if I cannot score, I will find an open teammate and score. If he miss, I will take it again and give him the ball. So I just like to like. I feel like I'm taking rebound personal like more than point. I don't need to score a lot. As soon we won, like I'm good with. So I'm taking a rebound personal. So I feel like I have to go take everyone. Yeah.
And then Coach Kamani started off with the first 7 points for you all and finished with the first 7. How much of an impact was his energy for the team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when he was on the court side, he got in a little bit of foul trouble, and I think that coincided with our slide. I thought he had a real advantage at that spot. They had a hard time keeping in front of him. They really wanted to stay home on shooters tonight. I thought we forced a few jump shots at some of our shooters just because we're used to playing against teams that overhelp. This team kind of made you finish at the rim, and they're really physical in there, so it's hard to finish at the rim. I thought he was just tremendous. His poise. We talked about as a team. Kamani's had a bad habit in the past of when he doesn't have something go his way, maybe a call or something doesn't go his way, or makes a turnover, makes a defensive error, whatever it is that he assigns value to. But he has one or two things that don't go his way. He has a tendency to commit a bad foul or make an undisciplined play that oftentimes leaves him sitting next to me. I thought his resiliency, I thought his focus down the stretch in those situations when things didn't go necessarily his way for a long stretch of the game, I thought that was critically important to our success tonight as well.
Coach, you are now, as a team, undefeated off of a loss. So how do you say that the team responds off of losses and goes into the new games?
Well, you may have answered your question. I guess I hadn't thought much of it. I think we have responded. I think this one we showed a little something tonight. Playing a good team, playing a team that was really well prepared. They had a week as well, so they had a great plan. I thought they took advantage of their extra time, and we had a really quick turnaround. So coming off a loss is one thing. When you combine it with playing against a really well coached team with a little extra time, I was really proud. I thought we came out, we scored some baskets. The downside to having the bye like they had is sometimes you come out a little stiff. I think they came out a little stiff, missed some shots. It was a little easy for us early. Once they settled in, then their kind of our lack of energy and lack of rest showed a little bit. But then I just thought we dug deep and we responded. I can't remember what the other ones were, but this group has shown an ability to punch back. We've talked a lot about this. During this stretch a year ago, we won 12 in a row. And I know some of our fans, they want to see us win every game, and I'd like to see us win every game as well. However, we won those 12 in a row last year, and probably of those 12, we had 5 or 6 where we could have easily lost. And I'm not certain, as I look back on the season ago, I'm not certain that wouldn't have served us a little better because we would have had a chance to address some of those weaknesses and with an eager audience. And typically, when you lose, you have an eager audience in practice. And I feel like we've had an eager audience. We've taken advantage of those deals. We've punched back. We've worked on our weaknesses. At the end of the day, we want to win every game, but it's nice that we responded, and I think it'll serve us well as we move forward to lose a couple of these games and have to learn some of the hard lessons before it's too late.
Any other questions? We're good? Thank you, Coach.
Did the Chiefs win?
Yes.
I'm from Kansas City. I was a season ticket holder, so you got to understand, this is a big deal to me. Chiefs won, Bodo. That's almost as important as us, man.